Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Hollywood Animal. We've got Up in the Atmosphere ready to go. I remembered the thing I wanted to do. Remember at the end of last episode I was like, there's something I want to do. I want to buy more theaters. We have $5.5 million. So let's throw another 2 million at the problem. Maybe 2.5? Yeah, let's do it. Let's get crazy. Done it. 200 and... How many theaters do I own? My competitors own 140. Mostly the Gerstein brothers, and I own 242, so... Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Is going up. Oh, wow! Way to go, guys! Neat! I need to start working on my locations and costumes. they're dragging things down. Oh, I forgot to put the second squad on there. Whoops. This is what happens when I unlock auxiliary filming crew. I always forget to use it for a bit, and then I use it way too much. Welcome to my life. Uh-oh. All Hallows Eve is not the worst thing I've ever done. Oh, it's a Steve O'Connor. Of course it's a Steve O'Connor. Well, Steve, that's the last thing you're ever gonna do for me because you're fired for a different guy. Let's get Thomas Morrison rolling on this project. Zoop, zoop, zoop. S Pro, Sound Tech, all the fixins. Now we have way too many producers, so it's like... We're gonna start working from the bottom down. Michael Hammond's definitely out. Larry Cohen's on the outs in 74 days. Cecil Sweeney, maybe. He might stick around, but it's with the number of guys we already have working for us, it's highly likely that Cecil is gone. And honestly, Bobby Harrington might be on the outs as well. But for now, we'll put him to work. Because this is like right in the 4.0 5-star wheelhouse. Teresa Barnett, I'm probably not gonna bring you back. If you're maxed out at a 5-star and the rest of our people are above you, you're not sticking around for the long haul. All right, what's wrong with Escapade Existence? Luis Guzman is showing all the signs of dementia. He's constantly forgetting his lines, and everyone is getting tired the endless takes whenever he's in a scene. Shorten his lines. We'll film even faster. To go even further beyond. What the hell? The Mafia couldn't even find anything? I'm not gonna make a woman, like, be fun friends with that guy. I will take casino advertising, though. Hey, successful. All right, holding illegal gifts. And by illegal gifts, it was 1 bump of heroin. Nicely done, Jerry. What does this mean? Oh! So I'm gonna have to convince somebody to do this, aren't I? Except all my people are busy. Somebody was Star? Wait, what? The commercial status, which is... I think it's this one. Yeah. So we need somebody with blue. Looks like Carl Fisher, you're the guy who's gonna be... It's gonna be... Or Lester Smith. But Lester Smith's on a project. Well, I guess only 47 days. Yeah. We only got 2 guys who can do it. So we'll keep an eye on that. The Mad Hatter. Not bad. Stuck about the same. Went down a little bit. Comedy action with a cop and a bureaucrat. This one? Wasn't super thrilled with any of those posters, to be honest. Slap it down there. A 5-star that's fresh, though. We've had that recently. I can't... Was it 13 or... No, 13 was a lower... Did we go 17? I put 17 in a film relatively recently. Ooh, we're up to 8,000 or 10,000. Let's go 15. I think 17 might be a little too high. And then we'll go 8. Now we're getting to the point where we don't have to rent on our second week, which is nice. 5.5. 3.5. Let's go. And then we advertise 5 weeks out. I like the 5 weeks out. I think that's been working out well for us. Comedy action. Boy, oh boy. I don't know, those 4? I really need... I've said it every time when I get confused about the advertising, is I really need to get access to the like... the gumshoe, the post or advertising branch office or whatever it's called. Let's start the gumshoe. The Mad Hatter's ready to go. We don't have a cinematographer? What the heck? Too many movies. Gotta hire Will Hansen. Let's start trying the hire for one movie ploy and then try and bring him back on a longer term contract. I liked that idea that people suggested that. Just means I have to, you know, go through more contract negotiations than maybe typical, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Now we've filled up every soundstage that we have, which is kind of fun. Look at how many locations there are in this movie. What were we thinking? A lot of 3-star places, though. Yeah, and I think we just work our way down from the top people we have. Director, Dick Mullins? 8.2, that's pretty good. Go to the 1-star or 1-film contract and see if we can't get him to sign up, and then maybe bring him back for a 3-year term, and maybe, well, considering we've maxed out on our directors, maybe we wouldn't want to kick out Quentin Tarantino. All right, so we've got, this is troublesome, is our best actors are all tied up now. Do we hire some more good actors? Bobby Martin should be here soon. Steve Gray is a maxed out 8-star, but I think I'd be okay trying this out as well, is hiring them for one role and then bringing them back later. So we need another man and 2 women. So let's go see what we have available. We got Nora Higgins here for 1 movie with extended. What, $62,000 for a single movie? That's crazy. That's a lot of money for a single film. But here we are. And then we got Nell O'Connor as well. Single movie. Add the offer. She's a $52,000. This is going to be an expensive movie to produce. Just in general. And then we swap back to men here. And then we get Alfred Cohen. No relation to the Coen brothers. That's not how you spell their name anyway. So that's why. No relation. I was telling the truth the whole time. Okay, so now we've got our movie squad here. Nora Higgins is the femme fatale. Nell O'Connor, you're the wife. And Alfred Cohen's the serial killer. Hit it. The protection has expired. Bring him back. Where's the cops? You. Don't you dare raid me. I don't have any drugs right now, but you'll steal all my cash. And my booze. When did they get rid of Prohibition? What? How? She's... What? New scandal. During a radio interview, the host didn't pronounce Nell O'Connor's last name clearly. In response, the actress called the host a piss-stained goat with a load of dicks in his mouth. Dude, Nell, you're like my favorite person all of a sudden. That's hilarious. How do you misspell O'Connor, by the way? Some guy approached Nell O'Connor. Damn, Nell, why are you so insane? Asked her for an autograph. She must have been offended because she lost her temper and scratched his face. Turns out he's the nephew of a famous journalist. Get her to apologize. Pay the guy $600. I'll pay him $600. It's gonna be cheaper than what I have to pay her to apologize. Ooh, the outcast. That's a good protagonist role. We can write some cool stuff around that. Oh, I was supposed to fire you a long time ago, Steve O'Connor. Be gone. He was still drawing payroll there for a bit. And then Bernard. Let's write a comedy with Bernard. I want to do like Idiocracy. But I need hypocrisy of American life for that one, right? That just seems important. What about the Big Lebowski? The Rotund? I'm trying to think of a Polish name. Krakowski. That's very like Russian sounding. That's stupid. Comedy. It's not like a tiny bit of a thriller because you don't know what's going down, but mostly a comedy. I think it's more of a town than a city. Protagonist is just your guy, the working man. He's kind of a clumsy oaf, but I'd rather make him a working man because clumsy oaf is on the verge of becoming stale, so. The antagonist is a heartless bureaucrat. Yeah, I think he's more of a heartless bureaucrat than a corrupt official. He's got a lot of buddies. We'll say there's a sidekick. There's kind of like a weirdo love interest as well. There's alcohol in the Big Lebowski. When does it become stale versus fresh? We're like right on the borderline, so we'll see. Crime of necessity happens. Not really a bank robbery. There is a bit of a heist involved, right? They're like trying to get the carpet back, or like a new carpet. It's been a while since I've seen the Big Lebowski. There's struggle for a better life. We've gotten down to 0 struggle for a better life, which is kind of wild. Let's take crime of necessity out of there. That's less funny. And then like the antagonist gets punished like, doesn't he die of a heart attack? Or it's more of the protagonist overcomes self-doubt. He's like reaffirmed in his like life choices. I'm gonna have to rewatch the Big Lebowski. I've forgotten like the main story beats. Dang, the Sicilian Tiger did not do nearly as much bank as I thought it could have done. Once again, I think the staleness be striking. Although we did kind of just yeet all of our theaters at it at the end here to see how it would do. So we were running around 2,000 theaters at the end, so I think we can run it back with the theaters we have. At least give it the 1,000 theater run back. See what you can get out of it with that. And $86,000. Meow. Whenever I read furry paws, that's all I can think of is a cat burglar, like a literal cat as a burglar. 460 at the end. I don't think there's any way we make any more money than this. But 1.7 is more than acceptable. Send that to the archive. Furry Paws is out. B-, not too bad. 1 star from the Bone Grinder. Vicious. I think our average from anybody who's not the Bone Grinder or the Sword of Christ is 2 at this point. So we've gone past the 1-star reviews. Hey, way to go, Cornelius Daniels. Well done. Another level up. Nice. Dude, we max out money speed. Things are looking up. Yeah. That's about right. Nice, 6.8. 6.8 is really good. Give it to Edgar Webb, Victor Lawrence. Hit the big time. And then we go flat bottom. Little down. Hopefully we can bring that back up when we get into production. Knocks 23 days off of our filming, which is pretty good. Put our rookie dude on it. Got anybody else? Okay, we're good on people doing jobs. Distribution. Oh, yes! The Analytics and Statistics Department. I've been talking about this forever. When planning an advertising campaign, you can gather more detailed information about a film's target audience. Post-release analytics will give us information afterwards. Actors and the story elements of their roles. I don't know how that would help us. I'm sure there's a reason. It's just kind of confusing. Oh, I haven't done any tricks yet. We need to get our claws into some tricks here. That might be why some of our stuff is underperforming compared to what I've done in the past. An actor will visit one of your bars within 3 months. You want our dude to join you at a speakeasy? Yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem. Add actor or actress. Raise the prestige. It could literally be anyone. May Lo refuses to do anything. Suppose you shouldn't be spying on your own people, because then they get mad. An evening at Ryan Doyle's bar for $70,000. What if I give you some whiskey? Doesn't really do much, huh? 70 grand. That's crazy. I guess I probably should have picked like the cheapest guy I have. What, 32 days? 35 days, okay. We'll have to wait a bit. You're welcome, Ryan Doyle. All Hallows Eve. Gone up. Look at that. All positives. Escapade existence. Not bad. 6 stars. Looking pretty good. This one we give to Emma. Or Nelly. Nelly's slightly ahead of Emma. Oh, we gotta build our analytics and statistics department. The protagonist is pulled back in! Just when I thought I was out, they reel me back in! Speaking of which, thank you all for the suggestions around, like, Legend comes out of retirement. Apparently everybody thinks I need to be, I need to see the film, Unforgiven by Clint Eastwood. I've never seen it. Clearly. It does sound like an interesting movie, and it does kind of follow what we just unlocked. Adventure. It's more of an action film, I feel like. But we could do True Grit. I talked about that before. We'll call it Real Dirt. Real dirty. Action historical. A bit of thriller, too. It's in the Wild West. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a retelling because, like, Haley Steinfeld's character is truly the main character of the story, but we'll just call her Rooster Cogburn's sidekick. And then he's got a rival, which is Matt Damon's character, LaBeef. The Walker Texas Ranger antagonist is a criminal gang, but also it's more about the singular murderer who killed Haley's father. Shootout is still fresh, but it won't be when you. But I'm imagining this will get cycled out to lower down, so I think it'll be okay as long as we don't pile on a bunch of other shootouts at the same time. There is a search for a killer. Oh, you're stale. Will become fresh in October. The protagonist pulled back in. We just had that one. And the finale is we're gonna say protagonist retires for good because that kind of fits all of the themes. Even though it's really about the guy getting killed. Is there Avenging a Loved One stale too? Oh man. That's also pretty core to True Grit as well. We'll say it's a crime of necessity. I think that works. I think that's fine. The gumshoe. I think that was a Ben exclusive. Holy cod! It dropped by a lot. Kind of up and down across the board there. Johnny Mills, second unit. Can we always have the second unit flipped on here? I would prefer it that way. Ka-ching! We're up around $3 million. That's pretty good. As long as we're holding steady around $3 million, I feel pretty good about things. Like, obviously, you'll go up and down. Excuse me! You mother effers! They're coming after me! I don't know what they're gonna do. I have to assume they're gonna vote for it. But I don't have enough influence to counter the entirety of the alliance, I don't think. Studios are prohibited from using illegal immigrants, you lousy bastards. Honestly, I think I kicked Bobby Harrington out. I've got better producers. I have to imagine they're gonna vote for it. How do you change? Nope. I've asked this question before and I forget every single time. We only have five people. Is he here? Staff, there we go. Oh, you bastards. All right. What's the the difference here? It's $14,000 difference each month. It's not the worst thing in the world. Especially because I keep hiring Asians. But, there you have it. Okay, we undershot with Furry Paws on the first 2 weeks. Surprisingly. And then we were pretty spot on with the other. I feel like we were probably not too far under. Even though we were at 100%. So making $1.1 million off of that feels pretty good. 78%, so we run it back with 1,000 theaters each. The typical $1,000 or 1,000 theater run of the second screening. I think that works just fine. Ice pick. Boy, oh boy. Where's the ice? It's in the desert. The Sicilian Tiger has run its course. Barely made its money back in the second screening, but $1.2 million, you can't sniff at that. Runaway, sure. Considering how we used that so much we made it stale. Probably a good thing one of our directors learned how to use it. 3 stars! Oh, 1 star. Oh, it's the sort of Christ though, they don't matter. 2 star? 2 star. Interesting. And then the Bone Grinder. And Roy Cox gave me a 3 too. Okay. There's a couple of honest 3s there. I feel good about that. Even though it's stale. As now it's rotten. It will become fresh in 1934. Oh, I love it. See, that's why you gotta be wary when you're a 5-star guy. Like, you're so self-important. I'm sorry, Pete. I think we can get better people. All right, let's see how this rolled out. For the banning of illegals. For the banning. For the banning. I am absolutely not going to wade into this. I would have to eat all of my influence points. I'm not partaking. Yeah, I would have had to spend literally all of my influence points to defeat that. And for 14 grand a month, which shakes out to be like $200,000 a year, I don't think I'd rather hold on to all of my influence. Hey, we made money! Look at us go. We owe $400,000 in taxes. Aha! I'm back in the saddle, people. Just you wait, you two. I'm after your butts. Look at that! When the Shoe Drops and Liar Liar Pants on Fire in the top of the box office. Not the top, but pretty good. When the Shoe Drops was 7.8 stars. Pretty solid. Same thing with When the Other Shoe Drops. Best movie we've done in a long time. Well, way to go, Catherine Harris. Leading that office with aplomb. Not a plum. Oh, it's the time to choose! The studio policy is here! Yes, I know. You've told me about this before. Now, so today is the 6th of November. The factory comes out on November 20th, or at least that's what the roadmap says today. I would have really liked to have dove into that one right away, but I think we'll stick with our original plan, is to start as the Behemoth, since last time we, how do I go back? Well, last time we picked the boutique, and that was a lot of fun. I honestly think the boutique has some of the best upgrades to your studio. But, there's some interesting stuff here. So you make movies that everyone will see and do it with style and flair. Impose your will on your friends and crush your enemies under your heel. Your studio will become a household name if your heady flight doesn't fall to vanity and ambition. So, we have a couple bonuses here. So, actors who work with you will establish themselves in any roles they perform in pictures taking first place in box office receipts for the year. So, we've never done that, so, you know, that's probably a ways off. When a film's production budget exceeds $1 million, the number of viewers in the first week of the release will increase by 25%. So that's something that we might want to keep in mind as our production costs start creeping up. And then attendance of films with a commercial star rating of 9 or above will fall 25% more slowly. So that's kind of similar to the word of mouth thing, but instead of for 9-star art score, it's 9-star commercial score. So we're gonna do Behemoth. So to unlock our first thing, we need to have 8 solid actors, 5+ skill on long-term contract for 3+ years. People with commercial status will be more willing to work for you. And then we need to take all of the top 3 highest grossing film spots at the end of the year to get a special post-production contractors, and then maintain a reputation above 2,000 for a full calendar year, which will send employees on an intensive holiday. Oh, I wonder if that improves their loyalty. That would be sick. Because there's not a lot of ways to gain loyalty here, but how? We must build the image workshop. You can go anywhere. Well, I'm going to put you all the way over here then. Maybe over here? I don't like putting things in the corner. It's kind of screwed me over in the past. Maybe right across from this guy. 88 days. We'll have our analytics and statistics office in 10 days. Eye on our own supplies, doing great. They could be smoking something in that rag. They're huffing ether. I think that just knocks you unconscious now that I think about it. So 6.4, 6.5, and it's a fresh movie. Immediately vindicated. Condition met. Back to the policy window. So now we have to take the highest grossing film spot at the end of the year, which is a tall order considering we just got one in the top 3 last year. All right, hold on. I'm trying to figure out what our other stuff is doing. So Furry Paws. Were you fresh or stale? You are stale. What about the other film we're doing? Ice Pick. I feel like Ice Pick was also stale. Yeah. 72% attendance on a lesser star rating that's stale. So maybe we do go for 17, or maybe we go for 18 then. And then 13. I just don't want to leave anything on the table. 18, 13, 9. 6.5. I believe in us. Ooh, just in time. Get that advertising rolling before the week is out. What are you again? You're a comedy, right? You're just goofball comedy. Like, I feel like it's like young people. Like these 4 maybe? Instead of adults? I need that analytics and statistics department to guide me. Alright, I think once the silver sextant is free, unsuccessful. But it didn't go up, just didn't go down either. So that's fine. Once you're done... Mob War, dude! That's cool! Criminal gangs clash. Oh, we could do Greece? We could do the Warriors, I think it's called. And then we could do Gangs of New York. There's so many good things. Speaking of Gangs of New York, let's get that one written. Gangs of New York. I think I already wrote Gangs of New York before, but we'll call it Mobs of Manhattan. Manhattan. I think that's how you spell Manhattan. Historical action? Drama? There's a lot of drama there. I feel like it's equal parts action, drama, and then like pretty historical. In the City? I've not seen this movie, so I actually don't know like who the main characters are. I know like who the general gist of the story. I'm gonna say the enemy is a heartless bureaucrat. Well, it's gotta be a criminal gang, right? There's gangs in the Gangs of New York. I think there's a love interest. Or maybe it's more of a worried wife. So we gotta have mob warfare. Where's that? Mob war? The protagonist is pulled back in, maybe? Maybe he thought he was out. There's a struggle for a better life for sure. I don't know if there's like any love undertones. Maybe there's a heist involved. They steal some shit. And then the end is the antagonist escapes justice. It's a cruel world out there. Drama. All right. I was just guessing. So if I got that completely wrong, or even if I got that somewhat close, I'll feel better about it. Distribution. Great. Silver Sextant is done. So's the other guy. Gone down a bit. 5.4 up in the atmosphere should go to our best team that's available though. Edgar, you're a 6-star, my man. Fantastic. Venus Sound. They're low. Wait a minute. You said I'd have access to special things, and they're just bad. Or maybe they were always there. Start post-production, 5 stars. Emma, have at it. Luther. Luther, have I given you any cigars, my man? There you go, a little better. Anytime I see a red, like, status bar, I should try improving their mood. All right, now we have our dudes. Where are they? Carl Fisher. I gotta convince you to do this. He's working with a behemoth, though, so it's only 10 grand. There we go. Casino advertising. Done and done. You're welcome. I'm a little peeved that you weren't able to find any dirt on whoever I was telling you to. Slapstick Mayhem's working its way back. Oh, we dropped it a little too fast on Ice Pick. That's kind of interesting. It's gotta have been really close, though. And honestly, I'm cool with rentals on this. Are there any theaters, actually, now that I think about it? I kind of feel like there aren't any theaters, and I'm kind of cheating. But we're gonna find out. What if this breaks the game? Hey. I didn't do it. Oh, dang. Ice Pick is rotten now because of avenging loved ones. Unfortunate. The Mad Hatter. Don't look him in the eye. I don't remember if that's true from Alice in Wonderland, but I've made it true. All right, you're done. 7% of 1,000 theaters at the end is no good. You're out, Larry Cohen. I'm sorry. I don't know why you thought you could walk back into this office and demand a job. Ooh! Organize special screenings, throw lavish receptions at the finest restaurants, hotels, and print beautiful brochures and postcards. Ad. It's got to be when the shoe drop, or is the other shoe drop? Oh, it's right there. God, thank God. Release date. Who organizes shit by release date? Are you insane? Additional promotion costs. Jesus, it costs a lot of money. And this costs influence to do. So 50 grand is nothing. 5,000 cash is half of our cash. And then 500 influence points is an insane amount of influence points. Let's just let it go on its own. It's a single movie. We'll see if anything else matters. Especially because, like, none of our achievements are tied to Pollux Awards stuff like the boutique is. So I think we don't need to lean very hard into trying to influence people on that. If we get a nomination and win, great. But I'm not gonna lose sleep over it this early in the game. Escapade Existence has done well. What are you? Daring Adventure in the Fantasy Kingdom. I like the hand. A 6-star that's stale, though. Didn't we do something relatively recently like this? Like 15,000 was our max. And then it did okay in the first week, and then it dropped pretty dramatically. I'm having a vague memory. It might have even happened this episode, and I've just forgotten. All right, this is a long episode, but I think we're in a good place now. Let me finish this guy up. But if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see... I know that. You've told me that before. Young men like this film. Thank God we are actually getting some guidance here. Young men, but not old men. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Hollywood Animal or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.